How's everybody doing? Hello. And I'm here to review the latest pre-season friendly, our third one of pre-season, as the Mariners went to Gainsborough, Trinity, and it ended maybe not the way that we wanted it to, but it did what it did. It ended up being Gainsborough Trinity 1, Grimsby Town 1, and it seemed like at the beginning, I got there about 10 minutes before kickoff, is when I got there, so I was able to look at the team news as I was travelling up, and it looked like it was going to be a fairly strong team. It seemed like Danny Rose didn't. I wondered why I didn't see him. He was in the starting lineup, but Danny obviously got injured during the warm-up or something like that. So obviously there was a change. Ended up being Cam Gardner up top, with Kabaya, Burns, Brown, Green, Torre, Sweeney, Tharm, Carson and Warren, with Christie the Pim in goal, the first time I've seen him. And the lads were actually quite dominant that first half. They were really dominant. Some good balls in, some good crosses, some good interchanging wing play. I thought it was really good for Sweeney and Green and Kabaya. I thought they all linked fairly well. Tried to do the good tight threaded balls through with the further crosses across the box. Green delivered a good one at the beginning. Good header by Kabaya, but just missed Kabaya's head. But again, good play to start with. Terrell Warren was doing his bit as well, and again, more crosses were coming in. Some intricate pet play. Overall, I think we dominated the first half. Kabaya pulled a shot off, which got poked. This is in the 15th minute. Poked away by their keeper. To be fair, had a good first half. Obviously, we did take the lead, and it was one of those intricate bits of play again. A ball across the box by Sweeney, and Green poked it home, slid in and poked home from that. And got to say that Greeny is just Greeny. Played really well that first 20-25 minutes. And then there was a bit of rainfall before and during this. I was kind of like, I wasn't really covered up where I was, but I wasn't too bad. Cam Gardner obviously coming on, he did the crossing around about 40 minutes or so in. But Sweeney had a good effort across the ground, and it was claimed by their keeper quite comfortably. And we had a free kick as well just before half time. Nothing really came of that. A good free kick, but well and truly covered by the Gainsborough goalkeeper. We went in 1-0 up at half time, and like I said, it was mainly dominance in the first half. Like I said, it was all Mariners really. Most of the time, Gainsborough did not really put a glove on us. Christie Pym looked assured in the goal. You can see what I mean by he's comfortable with the ball at his feet, and he was. So a good half for Christie as well. In the second half, obviously, there was a number of changes during this half because Tharm did come off. Janet came in the second half. And then the first real attack that was done was by Grimsby when Brown fed the ball to Gardner. Unfortunately, though, Gardner's effort was smothered by Robson, Gainsborough's goalkeeper. And then I have to give a little bit of credit to their play. It was a good through ball. Christie sort of came off his line trying to close down an angle, but I didn't feel like he had to come out the way he did. And Tuntul Wana was the one that got the goal. With a very good chip, an extremely good chip, and it just sort of nestled in the corner over Pym's head. And to be fair, in the second half, it was mainly or mostly all. It was mostly all Gainsborough for a majority of it. Gainsborough looked the most likely. Brown combined with Kabaya. Kabaya again, another decent game for him. Again, he's looking a threat, but obviously early on, it's again only pre-season. But you want him to get a goal as soon as he can. My God, is he working hard? As is Brown. They all are. That's And then Kabaya did loop across in a few minutes later. That found Green from 4 yards out, but he didn't really connect with it as well as he will have wanted to have done. Green would be quite disappointed with that header. And then the changes came on the hour when coming off was Kabaya, Pym, Green, Gardner, Warren, Burns, Turi and Sweeney all came off, being replaced by Corey, Rogers, Staunton, Walker, McEachran, Amalazor, Orton and Vernon all came on in the 60th minute, and we kind of knew that was going to happen around about then, just to give them some more minutes. Again, once that happened, they started to get the ball back a bit and start to play. They weren't really totally menacing as what you would expect, but they were in control again. Again, some good moves. Chaz doing well out when he was on. Obviously, Seb Orton made an absolutely cracking save in the second half. That really, to be honest, it probably could have been 2-1 to Gainsborough at that point. A good attack on the 82nd minute as an outside boot from Brown finds Corey on the byline. He flashes the ball across to base, but Vernon's close range header is just wide. Vernon again, coming off the bench and being effective. And it's just it feels like something's missing. Corey hit the post just before full time from close range, and lucky I couldn't quite see that attack as a couple of Gainsborough fans were in front of me at the time, so I couldn't necessarily see that all that well, but that was unlucky that Corey hit the post. Overall, I think performance-wise, I thought the lads did well for a good, I would say, 75 minutes of that game, Town were definitely on top. I think we should have scored more than one. Should have done. Created enough. Definitely created enough to get the points that we needed. Points? What points? Sorry, I'm getting myself ahead of myself. To get the result that the fans would have liked. But not to be. But it was another progression from the Grimsby Borough game. And we'll have the same again when we play Rochdale on Saturday. When we go to Rochdale, we'll have that as an upcoming position. But overall, disappointed not to win that one. Hopefully, Danny's problem is not too serious. I do hope so, because what it feels like, I think at the minute, I've seen a few fans be a bit disappointed. I'm laughing because it's pre-season. You don't necessarily worry all that much. We've scored in every friendly bar Hull, but I did see someone say over social media that we need probably 2 defenders and a striker. A striker's a must. I mean, I know I've harped on about it. We didn't have Danny Rose again. We weren't really as effective. And like I said, we need someone else that if Danny, for whatever reason, does get injured for any length of time, you've got players that can come in and possibly do a job for us, but we don't have another Hagen. Cam is not ready for that yet, I don't see. Kabaya, he just needs to, start to become clinical. I think he could be a number 9 in future. I really do. I don't think he's just there yet, but there's the promise in that. But again, without Danny Rose, we just lack. We lack punch up top. Again, it's what I thought. We've got the creation there. We've got plenty of creation. We need someone that's going to be able to turn that into goals. You know what I mean? And hopefully the injury to Danny Rose isn't too serious. But if it is, it may. Well, it will. I'm sure it will actually hasten the thought of a striker for Grimsby. But hopefully it's not too serious for Rosie as I sit up there. But overall, 1-1, I'll take it. Decent performance. Standouts: Kabaya again, Sweeney again. Pim looked comfortable. Vernon, when he came on, was good. Corey was good when he came on, obviously. Again, not a bad performance, but we're just hopeful that Danny's injury isn't too bad, and because he didn't start the game, obviously, unfortunately. But if not, you're just hoping that we've got until the end of August. I'm sure there'll be some more dealings coming in between now and then. But a decent performance. Don't worry so much about the result. It's pre-season. It's a 1-1 draw. It's two draws, a win and a defeat so far. So roughly close to being about level, really. But it's not a bad pre-season. And like someone said, remember when we beat Winterton 12-1 and ended up getting relegated? You can't read too much into this. All you want is basically the players to not pick up too many injuries. And they're not going to go gung-ho in games like this. But when you get the games like Peterborough coming up and you get the games like Lincoln, then you're going to want them to give a little bit more. These games are just semi games, but they didn't give absolutely everything. Although I must admit, some of their fans were sort of saying free kicks that I thought, well, I can see, I'm looking at directly like you, and I can see that most of the calls the referee made was right. Can't really query any of them. So, but in general, guys, decent draw. And again, it's just another few days on the training ground for Artel and his men. Obviously, I'm sure David will be on and off the phone with agents and all sorts of things, incomings, and outgoings. I'm sure will be rife in the next 2 or 3 weeks. It's inevitable that it will be, or in the next month. To be completely honest, and you know we just need to just not overreact. It's a draw. We'll take it. We'll move on to Rochdale at the weekend, which I will not be at. I will not be at Rochdale on the 19th, but I will definitely see a lot of you guys down at for the game against. Lincoln it is. Lincoln on next Tuesday, and also Boston on next Wednesday. So it's a coming into about the next 2 weeks for the man. It's going to be quite hectic. Get our last 4 friendlies in really in the next 2 weeks, and obviously I think there will be. I can feel one incoming at least by the time the season kicks off. But I did hear a couple of friends of mine say, please not to see any trialists. I don't think we've ever gone this long in to a pre-season where we haven't had a trialist. So that is one good thing. But if you were at Gainsborough and saw the game, what did you guys think? Are you alarmed? I'm not alarmed, but it is proving that we do need another centre forward and a proven League Two, some kind of experienced striker. We do. Especially with Rosie going up before the game, obviously in the warm up. So that is one area that we definitely need to strengthen, and everyone knows my opinion on that. I still stand by that. But if you were at Gainsborough, let me know what you thought of the game. It was good to speak to some of you as well. I think people were a bit surprised to see me raised up in my chair watching the game. I think a lot of people that saw me have never really seen me raised up, so they didn't realise that I could. So it was a nice little surprise for them. Usually thinking we'd be down the floor and I was up in the air. So that was good, looking eye to eye with people. That was fun. But that is this report done. Give me your thoughts down below on what you thought of it, if you were there or if you were following it on social media. You guys' thoughts, like, share, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. And in the meantime, guys, I'm going to kick back and enjoy my, relax now and chill. And I will see you guys in the next one. Any transfer news for the rest of the week, if I see anything or anything of note, I will do that. Just 2 other things. There will be a show, the on the Sunday, the Friday or Sunday. I'm not quite sure what day yet. To tie up the shall we say, the miscellaneous stuff. It'll mainly be about more things for the women's team, which is going to be good. But coming up in the next week to 10 days, in the next week or so, there will be my League 2 table prediction as we head literally to within 2 weeks before the season begins. So if you are interested in what I think, or where I'm going to put Town and other teams in League 2, where I'm going to put us in the league table this season, hit that bell button, hit that subscribe button. That will let you know when that is going to go live. And in the next week or so, I am going to announce something that I'm going to try to do after the final friendly. Oh no, I'll do it before. I'll do it before the Peterborough friendly. I'm going to give it a try, but that'll be announced in the next week or so. But that's all to come. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And please, guys, do not worry so much about the pre-season results. It's a draw. It isn't a loss. And we move on and we head towards Rochdale at the weekend. My birthday weekend as well. My birthday is the day after Rochdale. It's on the 20th, as we play Rochdale on the 19th. But unfortunately I won't be at Rochdale this coming Saturday. Unfortunately, I can't make it. But if you are going to there, please go and enjoy it. And hopefully the Mariners can give me a win for my birthday weekend. But in the meantime, guys, always a pleasure, one and all. And I will see you guys in the next one. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll say it again. And I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now. Up the Mariners. There you go. That's me somehow forgetting that. But up the Mariners. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Oh, yeah. 3 weeks before the season actually begins. We're heading closer to Crawley. I'll see you soon, guys. Ta-da for now.